ADHD is a very complicated thing, and there is no one true way to experience it. On paper, it's a chemical imbalance in the brain that causes issues with executive function, memory, organization, focus. ADHD is a very hard thing to describe, especially to those without it, because every explanation just sounds like another excuse. I just can't do it isn't enough, even though oftentimes it is the reason. ADHD is living a life knowing what the full picture is supposed to be, but every time it matters, you find yourself missing a piece. You're sitting in a classroom, the teacher is up front going into detail about a new assignment, you're confused and everyone around you seems to be paying attention, and you know that if you just did the same you wouldn't be confused, but there's something about the room or the teacher or yourself that's getting in the way. Maybe it's just the way he's phrasing things, you think. So you turn to your friend and you say,
"Hey, I don't get this. Are you able to help me?"
And as your friend, they say, "Of course," along with 4 words you'll be thinking about for a long time. What don't you understand? You're in your room, trying to read the assignment for yourself, but your thoughts wash it out. You're reading a sentence, and 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 you're reading a sentence. You should turn off the fan and pour yourself a glass of water or get something to eat. You've really been meaning to stay more hydrated, but you keep losing track of time. I'm thirsty or I'm hungry becomes I've almost finished this task, I'll get it when I'm done becomes I've been sitting here for hours tied to my spot by the air and my own nerves and I'm feeling lightheaded. To be safe, you pour yourself another glass of water. Hopefully now you'll be able to focus. You walk back to your room and realize the sun has set. You've wasted the day. Sticky notes have been known to help you keep track of what you need to do, so you write a note for yourself, and you go to bed. You know it would be better to prepare for tomorrow tonight, but it'll be fine. You've got your alarm set, you'll wake up with plenty of time. You miss your alarms. You missed your chance to pack, have breakfast, brush your teeth. You're missing your keys, and in the rush to find them, you think of all the times you've been here before, if only you could just learn your lesson. Your mum's waiting for you by the door. It's been 2 days. Is it really that important?
Yes, it was in the bag, but it's gone missing.
Do you really have to find it now? Just leave it. We're gonna be... Class has started. People are staring. You try not to stare back. It's rude. Nice of you to join us, the teacher says. This is the time this month. He continues with the lesson. You try your hardest to focus and pay attention and take in what he's saying. Just listen, it's not hard. Just listen and everything will be so much easier. What is he even saying? When did we learn that? God, this always happens. Can I please just listen? You're on the train home. You look at the next stop screen, reciting each station in your head. How many times have you been here, you wonder? How many times have you done this? You've made it home. You're exhausted. You don't know why. You didn't even get anything done today. It would make sense being this drained if you'd gotten something done, but your brain is fried without the results to justify it. And that's when you realize. You forgot to ask about the assignment. Whatever. You'll just ask him tomorrow.
And why didn't you tell me sooner?
Well, I was meant to, but it slipped my mind.
For 2 weeks?
It's been 2 weeks?
Yes. It's been 2 weeks.
Right. Well, actually...
What have you been doing in class the past few weeks?
What have you been doing? Nothing. Absolutely nothing. But you can't tell him that. That'll never be enough. So you find yourself making something up that convinces no one, but what else can you do? 2 weeks. 2 valuable weeks. Gone. Wasted. It's due by the end of the week, and you have nothing, absolutely nothing to work with. No notes, no foundation. You're running out of time. 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 You look at the sticky notes on your wall. They're good at keeping track of what you've failed to do, of what you haven't even tried to do, all the promises you make to friends, teachers, and yourself that you've broken in time. It's not like you want to let people down. You wish you could do the opposite. Sounds like it should be so easy, but no matter what you do, you find yourself somewhere else entirely. It's at this point that the mere thought of this assignment sends you into a spiral of despair. Are you just doomed to be like this forever? To have a life of constant noise and distraction and disappointment? You start to wonder how long you'll end up stretching this project out until you can finally get it done. All hope seems lost. You're alone and exhausted. When finally... A bottle. A small white bottle. Dexamphetamine, the doctor said. 5 milligrams, twice a day. It's the only thing you haven't tried. So you try it. And it's like putting on a pair of glasses after a lifetime of not knowing just how blind you really were. It helps.